You probably have scrolled for hours without noticing, but reading even one page can feel exhausting. You open an assignment, and within minutes, your brain looks for an exit. One notification leads to a video. The video leads to a search. The search opens more tabs. Minutes later, you are reading comments beneath a post you never intended to see. The original task is still sitting there. Nothing stopped you. You just could not stay with it. This feels normal. Historically, it is not. For most of history, attention had natural boundaries. Conversations ended. Pages ended. Now those boundaries are disappearing. Your brain is ancient. Your environment keeps going. So why does focusing feel so difficult? The problem is not simply that screens are entertaining. They removed the moments when attention used to reset. Without noticing, we lost three boundaries that once kept distraction under control. The first told your brain when an experience was finished, and modern technology found a way to erase it. Most experiences once had a clear finish. A book had a final page. A newspaper ran out of columns. A television program ended. Modern feeds remove it. Finish one video and another begins. Read one post and another waits beneath it. Swipe once and the entire subject changes. There is no final page, no closing time, no point where the platform says, "You have seen enough." Stopping is not always a decision we make through willpower. Often, the environment makes it for us. The movie ends, the chapter finishes. When those signals disappear, attention has no natural reason to release. The platform does not need your full attention. It only needs you to continue, and the next thing might be better. Usually, nothing important happens, but occasionally, something does. That uncertainty keeps checking alive. Swipe, tap, refresh. Maybe something changed. Compare that with the thing you were supposed to be doing. Studying may help next week. Learning a skill may take months. A project may involve progress you cannot immediately see. One offers a possible reward now. The other offers a meaningful reward later. So when the task becomes slow, confusing, or uncomfortable, your brain notices the easier option. And because there is no ending, that option can continue forever. But endless content is only part of the problem. Even when you escape the feed, distraction is now sitting inside the place where you work. Work and distraction once happened in separate places. Now they live on the same device. The document, the messages, the videos, the email, the game, the task, and the escape are one click apart. People call this multitasking. But when two activities require thought, your brain usually switches between them. You read a paragraph, check a message, return to the paragraph, open an email, return again. Each interruption feels harmless, but returning means rebuilding the task. What were you doing? Where did you stop? What came next? Imagine playing a video game. Every 30 seconds you pause it, open another game, play briefly, then return to the first. You are technically playing both, while making progress in neither. A distracted hour can feel busy while producing almost nothing. You answered messages, opened tabs, and checked notifications. But activity is not focus. You are often just restarting. Repeat this enough, and switching becomes your default whenever something slows down. That matters because serious thinking is usually slow. A difficult idea takes time to unfold. A project may become confusing before it becomes clear. But modern media teaches the opposite rhythm. If something stops being interesting, move. If the answer is not immediate, search again. If the video slows down, skip ahead. Content changes before boredom arrives. But even separating work from distraction would not restore something else we quietly lost, the moments when there was nothing to do. There used to be more moments when nothing happened. You waited in line, sat in a car, or stared through a window. Sometimes boredom was the entire event. Now almost every empty moment gets filled, waiting for food, elevator ride, bathroom. At first this seems harmless. Why be bored when entertainment is available? But empty time gave attention somewhere to settle. You replayed conversations and followed one thought long enough for it to become another. Your brain practiced remaining unstimulated. Now we erase nearly every pause. Eventually, quiet begins to feel wrong. You sit down to read, nothing flashes, nothing changes, nobody speaks. After a minute, the absence of novelty feels like a problem. Nothing new is happening, and you are no longer used to that. This is the deeper shift. You probably have not lost your ability to focus. You trained a different default. You trained yourself to continue when there is no ending, to switch when one task becomes uncomfortable, to fill silence before a thought can develop. Meaningful work demands the opposite. It asks you to stop consuming, stay with one thing, and tolerate periods where nothing exciting happens. Strength requires repetition. Knowledge and skill require staying even when progress is invisible. The attention economy removes friction from entertainment, but life has not removed friction from growth. That mismatch is where focus collapses. Your phone does not only distract you from your goals, it can make you less tolerant of what your goals require: boredom, confusion, and delayed reward. The solution is not one dramatic detox. You do not need to destroy your phone and disappear into the mountains. You need to rebuild the boundaries that disappeared. First, restore endings. Choose the stopping point before you begin. Read one chapter. Work for 30 minutes. Watch one video instead of entering the feed. Then separate the task from the escape. Make the task specific. Close the tabs you are not using. Move your phone far enough away that checking it becomes deliberate, not face down beside the keyboard. That's still a vending machine sitting next to your hand. Finally, protect small amounts of empty space. Wait in line without checking anything. Take a short walk without audio. Read long enough to become restless. At first, this may feel uncomfortable. Good. You are noticing the urge that usually controls your next action. You do not need to eliminate that urge. You are practicing not obeying it. Focus is not never becoming distracted. Focus is noticing that attention moved and bringing it back, then doing it again. The return is the practice. Tomorrow the urge will still appear. Another post will still be waiting, but you may notice the moment before you reach for it. You may leave the screen where it is. You may return to the sentence. And in that moment, you begin rebuilding something modern life quietly removed. A boundary, a pause, a choice. Then, finally, the ability to stay.